Hello and welcome. I'm Matt Bond. In this video, we're going to learn how to set up Python so that you can start writing Python code on your Windows PC. To do that, there's two steps that we need to complete. First, we need to install the Python interpreter, and second, we need to install an IDE to give us a better development experience. And for that, we're going to install PyCharm. So let's jump right in. And I'm going to open my web browser and I'm going to go to python.org. And once you're here on the python.org homepage, go to the Downloads tab and choose Windows. And you want to make sure you choose the right installer for your architecture type. So I'm going to install Python 3.73. It's one of the stable releases. And I'm running a 64-bit architecture, so I want to choose the x86-64 executable installer. If you were on a 32-bit installer, you'd want to choose just the x86. So I'm going to download this, and now that that's finished downloading, I'm going to run that executable. And one thing you do want to do is you want to make sure that you check this box, add Python 3.7 to your path, so that can be found from the command line, and then choose Install Now. So my Python interpreter installation finished. I'm just going to close out the installer. And now what I want to do is I want to open a command prompt. So in my search bar, I'm just going to type CMD, and I'm going to launch a command prompt. And what I want to do now is I want to verify that Python is installed. So I should be able to type in Python --version, and it echoes out my Python version. So it says Python 3.73. So it looks like our Python interpreter is installed. The next thing we want to do is we want to go to jetbrains.com/PyCharm. PyCharm is the integrated development environment that we're going to install so that we can run our programs. If you're not familiar with what an integrated development environment does, basically it provides you a friendly interface for debugging and writing your code. So let's click this Download Now button. And there is a professional and a community edition. I'm going to go with the community edition because it's free and open source. We'll see it starts downloading down here. I'm going to just pause the video while that download completes. So my download finished. I'm going to click on my PyCharm executable to launch the installer. And I'm going to hit next and next. And on these installation options, I'm going to choose to have a shortcut added to my desktop. I'm going to have the Open Folder as Project option added to my context menu. And I'm going to associate .py files with PyCharm, and I will check to add launchers directory to the path and hit next, and then install. And once your installer finishes, it's going to ask you whether you want to reboot now or reboot later. I'm going to choose the reboot later option and finish, and then I'm going to manually reboot my PC. Okay, so my computer finished rebooting, so I'm going to open PyCharm from my desktop icon that was installed. And the first time I open it, it's asking me if I want to import my PyCharm settings from a previous version. I'm going to just choose to not import settings, and I'm going to choose the light version of the editor and then hit skip remaining and set defaults. And now let's create our first project. So I'm going to create a project called Hello Cloud. And when I expand this project interpreter, if Python is set up correctly, then my base interpreter should be automatically chosen here for me. I'm going to hit create. So it takes it a second here while it creates your virtual environment for your project. And I'll close out this tip dialog. So I see over here I have this left navigation area and I have my new project. If I right click, I can create a new file and I'll call this hello cloud.py, indicating that's a Python file. And now I'll just type print hello cloud. And then I'll go up to my run menu and I'll choose hello cloud, and we can see it printed out hello cloud. I'd note you could also go to the Python console and you can type Python code directly into this console terminal. So I can run a print statement directly from the console, and I see it printed hello cloud. Well, that concludes this video. So you should now have Python set up, PyCharm installed, and we ran our first Python program.